Hi YouTube, it's Trill a Minute, and this is a VR response to Alan 2045. That's Alan 2045. That's Paula's channel, and she's got lots of great videos out there. I'll put a link below to her video on dehydrating frozen vegetables. I'd like to show you where I have been storing my dehydrated vegetables. Remember, I'm in Vegas Valley in a very small house. We have lots of desert challenges. It's lots of space challenges. So anywhere I can find a place to hide my stash, I put it in. And so here's one. This is an antique cabinet. It's called a pie safe. And I took fabric to enclose the doors to make it dark so there wouldn't be light getting into my vegetables. But I have meats. I've done the hamburger rocks. I've done dehydrated chicken. I have lots of vegetables and fruits. And I've tried my hand at dehydrating cheese as well. So what I'm going to do is pull out a few of these, and I'm going to have them over on my counter where my food saver is to show you how you can use jars, reseal them with your food saver and keep everything fresh, and that way you're using your dehydrated vegetables instead of just packing them away. And I do use mine, so I'll be right back. Okay YouTube, we're back now, and I have taken out a sampling of some of the things that I have freeze-dried to store for daily use, but also for long-term storage. So I'm going to just briefly go over some of it. I try to have a variety so that I won't have food fatigue, and that my husband won't be tired of the same thing if we ever have to use nothing but dehydrated. And so I'm going to start with some of the fruits that I've dehydrated so far. I've got pears, blackberries, canned pineapple, lemons. Those are great for teas and for medicinal, and apples. And then I have watch videos online. Cat's Cradle's one of them, in which you make your instant beans, and that's where you cook them and then drain them and dehydrate them, and then they rehydrate really fast. I've done the hamburger rocks. So you cook your hamburger, you rinse it several times, and then you dehydrate it, as well as chicken bites. Same principle, cooked it in chunks. I found it was easier to cut it before sauteing it instead of trying to cut it afterwards and then trying to dehydrate it. Then I have lots of vegetables. Several of my vegetables are vegetables that I bought on sale, and they were frozen vegetables, so you don't have to blanch them. We like okra, and we like it in gumbo, we like it fried, and casseroles. So I have okra. I have yellow squash. Now I planted some in my garden, so I'm hoping to have fresh and a little extra to share or dehydrate. Have spinach. A friend and I also buy through the Bountiful Baskets. You can find them online, bountifulbasket.org. And we bought a case of tomatoes and split it. So I have some beautiful tomato slices. I planted several tomatoes for myself for this spring, so I'm hoping to get lots of them. One frozen vegetable that I like to use a lot, so I'm constantly replacing it, dehydrating, is my Mirepoix. It's the Trinity. It's the celery, the onion, and the peppers. I use it in lots of different things. I have tricolored peppers. I think Paula had some of those in her video. They're beautiful. They go great in casseroles and chilies. Different types of potatoes, hash browns. The little chunks are my favorite because those are frozen. They're already cut up for you. You don't have to blanch them, and if you can get them on sale, that's great. I use those in soups, and they're really work well. I found some potatoes. I haven't tried them really yet, but they're more like an Irish potato. They're already seasoned, and I dehydrated them, and they were frozen. Broccoli for different types of casseroles and dishes. Corn. That's real easy to dehydrate. Turnip greens, again, kind of a southern person here, so we like our turnip greens. Cabbage. The cabbage was fresh. I shredded it. I blanched it. Look at the color on that. It's just beautiful. I've dehydrated cheese and then ground it and then had powdered cheese. One of the little tricks I like to do with my vegetables when I'm dehydrating, there always seems to be some bits and pieces left over that kind of fall toward the bottom, and when I'm cleaning I get them out and I put them in one jar, and that's my mixed vegetable jar. I have green peas, carrots. Oh, that was green beans right there. Sorry, little green beans. There's my peas. Then I went on and I did some meals in the jars. I did the chicken Florentine. I think Verbain gave that recipe. Then I created one for myself, gumbo. So it has my chicken. It has in it okra. It has my mirepoix. In the bottom is a mixture of powdered seasonings, but also the instant roux. So that's in the bottom with garlic powder and onion powder. Then on top in a bag is my rice, and that's an instant rice. And I tossed some red peppers in there from Pizza Hut. And these work out really great. And what's so good about having your dehydrated vegetables and sealed up in jars is that you can open them up. You can reuse your lids again, and you can reseal them. And you reseal them with these jar attachments. They're part of my food savers. That's for the wide mouth jar. And then for the regular mouth jar, I have that one. You'll see most of my jars are wide mouth. And I'm going to try to open one of these. Let's see one that I get into. Let's go with the mirepoix. So, okay, so I've got it open, and I'm going to try to open this with my can opener with one hand. Whoop, you hear that seal? Comes right off, nice and sealed. And I want to reseal it. So let's say I've gotten my mirepoix out. I'm ready to reseal the jar. I plugged in my food saver. Push down my lever, and then I put my wide mouth jar attachment on the jar. There is a little plastic tubing for the food saver. It has a little attachment that goes in the jar that's going to withdraw the air out of the jar. Then I turn it on. Kind of noisy. See the green light? It's drawing all the air out of the jar. Get a little bit faster. There's lots of air in that particular jar, so it takes a little bit longer. Okay, it's stopped. It's red. And now I'm going to release it. Let's see if I can. Whoop, you hear that? Okay, that means that I've got a good seal. So let me just let you look at some of my beautiful tomatoes. I took the lid off. Nice and sealed. Put the rim back on, and you have your airtight dehydrated food to store and have available for whenever you want to use it. It really doesn't take long. What you have to remember when rehydrating is that less is more, because it has shrunk down. And some vegetables, for instance, the little carrots, when you rehydrate those things, they're going to be huge. So just be careful how much you start out with, because less is going to be more with this. But this is what I store and what I dehydrate. And Paula, I hope this inspires you to even do more. I was really excited to see you were using the same style dehydrator that I had, and that you were trying the frozen vegetables. This is Trill a Minute. Happy prepping, and take care. Bye.